Have you ever wondered that apart from the S for the sport models, well, and back then they didn't even put the red S, and all the exterior things, what exactly makes a sport model a sport model? Let's go down here. We might end up going upside down. So here, this is your differential. And those are your rear axles, lead to your wheels over there. This is your multi-link suspension. The sport models have this. See this bulk thing over here? This is called the reactive steering or four-wheel active steering actuator. It's pretty much a steering rack. And the way it works is this. See this thing right here? Looks like a big windshield wiper motor, doesn't it? Goes in here. This is the gearbox, and whatever inputs the computer tells this to do ends up moving the rack left or right. So this is it. This arm right here, when you have a base model or rather a non-sport model, it usually mounts onto a rigid subframe, but these guys have a, as I said, a steering rack. And I'm trying to show this here. You can see this here. It tells you that it extends and retracts, right? So what happens is, depending on what your car determines that you need, and you turn your steering wheel up front, this one is going to change and make the back of your wheels turn. It's about toe over here, right? It's going to push the back of the wheel, which will make the wheel turn this way or that way. And it's not that dramatic, really. It's maybe a degree or two, but it changes your driving dynamics in a big enough way. Let's put it like this. Have you ever considered when you have bad alignment and then you go to the alignment shop and they tell you that you were maybe half a degree off in the back or something like that, but you know that your steering wheel was way crooked, right? So this is what happens back here. Pretty much when you turn, it changes your driving dynamics and how straight your car goes, but it's just a slight change in the back. So yeah, this is it. This is the rear steering rack, is pretty much the name for it. And this one here, the car I'm showing is an M45S. So 2006 through 2010, the sport models had this exact one. I think some other cars used this thing as well. The FX50, the M37 and M56, of course the M35, I didn't mention that, but this motor here, it's shared by a lot of people, and I think this one here is a little more robust than the ones in the 2011 and up models, because those sometimes get motor issues, but you would never get any rear steering issues with the M45s and M35s. The only thing that you might need to pay attention to is this right here. So it's a suspension component after all, and components do wear down with time. So this one here is a solid bushing, but this one here for the sport models is something like, it's like a ball joint. So you have to make sure you don't have excess play in here. Otherwise, if this sends a quarter of an inch, but then you have a quarter of an inch of play over here, it's not gonna do exactly what the car wants it to do. Plus, you'll have a very fishy or loose feeling in the back. So sometimes people have reported that. But as I said, usually, if you see the reactive steering, the RAS light in the back, or rather the RAS light on your dashboard for 2006 through 2010 Infiniti M, it's not usually a mystery. It's pretty easy to handle those. All right, I think I've been under this car long enough, so time to take it back. See you guys later.